Hi everyone, I am back with Twiggy and Michelle. Twiggy, will she let me give her a treat?
Oh yeah, she loves taking treats. Twigs.
She's kind of a sassafras, which is why I'm asking if it's okay if I give her a treat. She's also a little blind.
Well. Yeah. She'll find it. Yeah, she loves treats. Get it, Twigs.
What if I put it right here?
Twiggy. Here, honey.
Twiggy,
There
we go.
Good girl.
Twiggy was left in a parking lot for a few days when she was found and then brought to the shelter, and she is older and was sick at the time. We didn't know why. I'll tell you why in a second. So she was on the euthanasia list, and we saved her just in time. We later found out she does have diabetes, and now that's getting taken care of. She takes insulin shots twice a day.
So it's essentially like you try and feed her 12 hours apart and give her the shot within an hour after having fed her.
Okay.
She actually gets really excited about her insulin shots now because she knows that she gets treats after. So I roll the bottle in between my rings and she hears the sound and she comes running and her tail starts wagging. And then she knows she gets a treat. So sometimes she's a little bit of a wiggle worm. My husband and I have to do it together to get her to just kind of stay so you can grab the skin and pop the shot in. But it's funny how much she likes her shots.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, well, that's such a good girl. We're gonna be really honest about Twiggy. She is not the cuddly lap dog that you're hoping that she is. She is a feisty little one, and Michelle has put in a lot of work and patience. And I can't believe you haven't given up on her. I mean that in a funny way. I don't mean that seriously. I just know that she's been a little pistol, but she's gotten a lot better because of Michelle. She's an entirely different dog.
And that's all thanks to you. You're smiling like this
I was just gonna say it's all thanks to you. And she has the potential to be a good girl and live a happy life in a forever home. Your forever family is out there. I feel like we've had more difficult dogs find forever homes. We can do it for you too, Twiggy. I'm just being really honest because I don't want anyone to think oh, she's this cute little cuddly girl. She is cute and she will cuddle, but it's gonna take some time. So why don't you talk about her personality at home a little bit?
So she actually recently, in the last couple of months, realized how nice pets are. And so she loves her waist being pet. She'll sit down and splay her belly, so you give her belly. She starts to lift her thighs. She wants a thigh rub.
And how long did that take for you to get here?
God, we've had her since end of August last year.
Yeah, so over a year.
Yeah, and I honestly, I think she was on the street a lot longer. She people were very scary for a very long time.
Yeah.
She still freaks out. Doesn't freak out, but when people come to the house, she always barks at them. Our trick is usually just to have them give her a treat because she is very gentle at taking treats. She is super food motivated. She was really hungry when we first got her all the time. So you couldn't leave anything out on the floor, even if it didn't seem like it would be dog food, a bag of flour inside a box type of thing. But now we actually leave her bag of her dog food, because we have a couple other dogs at home, on the floor. She doesn't leave it. She eats twice a day. Her hunger issues are gone. Diabetes causes dogs to drink a lot. So you have to either be really conscientious of monitoring the water, which we can't because we have other dogs. We just take it away at night. But it does cause her to have to go outside a lot. She is not fully housebroken. However, we've realized lately that she is starting to get it more. Sometimes she'll come to my office to get me because she needs to go outside. But we have 2 different doors that we go outside with. So if you're not paying attention to her and she goes to that door and you don't see her and let her out, she does go in the house. So she does require someone who's around pretty often, who can keep a pretty good eye on her.
Do you have a doggy door?
We don't, because we have cats.
No, yeah, that's okay. I just was curious. I don't, but some fosters do. Excuse me. And I'm wondering if she.
I don't know if she would be comfortable with
going.
pushing
Okay,
it open.
as soon as I started to say it, I'm
Yeah.
that actually might be kind of hard for her. So you just need to go out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she does. She does seem to be putting 2 and 2 together more. It's just that the diabetes makes it like go through
Yeah.
her system so fast, and
Well,
she's always thirsty because of it.
Carlo and Sarah, who have Naya, who's a puppy, and her
Oh, yeah.
medication makes her have to. She drinks a lot of water and therefore goes potty a lot. They have these washable potty pads that they put by the door. They're actually like cute. They don't look ugly. That they just put by the door and then wash those like every day, and that seems to work really well with her. I know it's not ideal, but if
Yeah.
she's going a lot, that's like that's an option that's out there.
She does. We can put like we have washable diapers for her.
I was gonna say, have I
She-
seen a photo of her? In a
She
diaper? I
does
feel
let
like,
us put them on her. It's kind of the same situation with like giving her the shot. My husband just like distracts her and then we put it on, and
Yeah.
she's totally okay with it. The problem is that one, she still goes through them a lot, and two, sometimes like she drinks so much water that like the diaper isn't enough.
Yeah.
So we've been trying like different things
Yeah.
to find ways to kind of get around it because
Yeah.
you know that is like an issue for people.
Yeah.
But she is. I mean, she's getting. So, she never smiles like this.
This
She's
is
getting so much better.
She is great right now, and I know that she in the last few months she's been learning how to play with toys. It's literally like she's older, but she's learning how to be a dog again. I don't think she's ever been at home and been able to be a dog. So it's taken a long time, but she's made so much progress. And
she loves other dogs, like loves them. Like,
so she's looking for a home with other dogs, I would say.
she loves cats too.
Oh,
It doesn't matter what it is. Yeah,
Amazing.
all animals. She just
And
wants to be around them.
I know she likes to cuddle more with your husband. Did I make that up?
No, she does. She loves my husband. Like he gets home and she like yells at the door until he gets in, and then she throws herself at him. It's like ridiculous. I don't know what it is. She loves him. She will like yell at him to pick her up, to put her in bed with him, and like sleep
That's
next
hilarious.
to him. Yeah, she loves him. She tolerates me. She loves him.
Aww.
We have some questions.
Okay,
from
yeah,
the
let's
internet.
answer the questions.
So, Dominique wants to know, would you adopt out of state?
For a dog like Twiggy, yes. For most other dogs, no. But for dogs who are having a harder time finding a home, we do adopt out of state. The reason it's more difficult on our end is if like something ever happens to the dog, if you want to return the dog, things like that. That's why we don't like to adopt out of state typically. But for a dog like Twiggy who's had a harder time, we will make the exception there and adopt out of state. So if you're out of state and interested in Twiggy, please fill out an application and we'll figure out getting her to you safely. But yeah, we've done it before. Like I said, we just don't prefer it for other dogs that can easily find a home here, because if you want to return the dog, if for some reason they for any reason need to go to our vet, things like that, that's why we like to keep them close to us. But yes, for Twiggy or a dog that's been here for at least a year, we would adopt out of state.
Okay, and then Kathy wants to know, could
Yes,
she
Kathy.
be PPAD trained, do you think?
So I've actually been considering it lately. I just unfortunately don't have a lot of time because I was kind of thinking like if there was like a tray that you could put like the pee pads in.
Like a litter box.
Oh, like almost, but like lower, so she didn't have to have as much of a step to go into, because we do put pee pads out at night and then like block off the area of the house that she can get to. She will go in a crate. We don't really put any of our dogs in a crate like in the evening, so we like to just let her like have her room. She's not really great at like, she's actually better in a crate than like if you tried to confine her in a playpen. And so the crate thing at night also isn't great because she usually does have to pee at some point in the evening. But my like thought recently was like if I could like section off the house in a way like where I could put like a tray by the back door that had like the pee pads in to kind of like direct her to it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
She can't see very well.
No, but she definitely, and it's kind of depending on how hard she tries, which I know sounds silly, but sometimes she's running around and literally runs straight into the house. Like it's hard to not see the house.
Yeah.
But she can like navigate around our house all the time and rarely run into things. So it's like when she's paying attention to her surroundings, she definitely has some vision, not all of it. So we do like, step down and step up on walks. But we like, you could definitely during the day, like separate her into a section and put like pee pads out.
Okay, and then we have one more question.
I'm loving these Twiggy
Two more
questions, everyone. Keep them
questions.
coming.
I know. Okay, so Kathy also wants to know how often do you check her sugar levels, if ever?
And how many
Oh.
shots a day does she get?
Yeah, and how many?
So we actually don't have to do, I forget the name of it, but like a sugar level check. She's just on 3 units in the morning and 2 units in the evening. So we tend to be like, she eats sometime between 8 and 9, depending on our schedules in the morning, and then usually around 8 o'clock in the evening. And then the goal is to try and get her the shot within an hour. However, because my husband works a weird schedule, the evening shots usually end up being a little bit later.
And so it's just 1 shot in the morning, 1 shot at night.
Yeah.
And she likes it because she knows she gets a treat.
And then we usually only have the vet check her sugar levels when she's getting about to the end of like the insulin bottle. So that way they can just make sure nothing changed with their
Got it.
system.
Wow.
Was there another question or was that it?
Those were the last 2
And someone
questions.
said that dog is so happy.
She and this is all thanks to Michelle because she was just so terrified when we first saved her, and the fact that she's even sitting here, mouth open, tongue out, relaxed as she is really awesome.
She's also gained like over 2 pounds,
I was
which
gonna
sounds
say
crazy.
no, but it took so long for that to
did.
happen. She looks so good,
And her fur has grown in a ton. We call her the woolly mammoth now because there's so much of it compared to when we first got her.
She looks really great. So you've done a wonderful job.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Kathy
it's
also
okay.
wants to know what food she eats.
So she is on a prescription diet from the vet. It's like a Hills Science diet specific for diabetes. I can't think of the exact name of it. But she eats a lot because her body processes the calories really fast. So 1 large can of dog food, she gets half in the morning with half a cup of dry, and then in the evening the rest of the can with another half a cup of dry.
Is that something you
And-
can buy at the pet store or something?
I believe that you can have your prescription sent through like,
Chewy.
Petco,
Okay.
Chewy, PetSmart,
Yeah.
like anyone like that.
Chewy is really awesome these days with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in Twiggy, one of our team members who facilitates the meet and greet or adoption with you will be able to answer all these questions. We'll be very transparent, tell you everything we know about her. And Michelle would, of course, be able to talk to you more about her as well. So if you're interested, please go fill out an adoption application at thelittlereddog.org. We're getting a little backed up, so I'm going to move us along to the next one. Thank you, Twiggy. I'm so proud of you. I'm so thankful you have Michelle. And we will be right back with another dog.
Kathy, this is your